If you're looking for a dream pen, look no further because I found it. The Wancher Dream Pen Timeless. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews, of course a channel dedicated to reviewing quality at different price points. Now of course, in my journey of pens and fountain pens in particular, I've come across a lot of pens that really tickle my fancy. One of them was by a brand called Wancher. Wancher actually reached out to me a while back and they sent me a pen called their Primo, and I featured that in my fountain pens video. You can go and watch it up here if you want. And I have a full review of that as well, and you can go watch that here. But Wancher has more than just that pen. One of those pens is their newest pen that they just launched, and that is the Wancher Dream Pen Timeless. Now, Wancher is a company out of Japan, and they're making really great pens in the kind of Japanese style with a lot of Japanese traditional finishes and materials and that type of thing. I think they're really bringing a lot of quality at a very fair price, and they have some pens that are truly great, and this is one of them. Their original Dream Pen started on Kickstarter as a way to make a pen that was an urushi-based pen with urushi lacquer. Urushi lacquer is a lacquer process that is specific to Japan. They collect sap from a specific type of tree that can only produce a little bit at a time, and they apply the lacquer in a very deliberate, slow, methodical process. Urushi pens are very coveted in the pen community, and Wancher has been making these dream pens in urushi for a very competitive price. They just released this new one, which is their Dream Pen Timeless, and this one is a smaller version of their Dream Pen. Now this Dream Pen Timeless, I'll just call it Timeless from now on, is supposed to be reminiscent of pens from the golden age of fountain pens that occurred in the 20th century from the 20s to the 50s. And apparently these pens were around the range of 5 to 5.5 inches in length. So I would say this is maybe in the medium size length of pens. It's not too small. I think it fits just right. I have kind of larger hands and it fits me just right. I would say I wouldn't want it any smaller than this. Any smaller than this probably would be too small for me, but this fits great. Now the dimensions of this are 5.31 inches in length when it's capped, it's 1/2 inch in diameter, and the weight is just over 1/2 ounce. It's small, very lightweight, and of course the shape is a cigar shape. Now this is made of ebonite, and specifically ebonite from Nikko Ebonite in Tokyo, Japan. And it's hand polished using a Japanese technique called togi, which was used for sharpening Japanese swords. The ebonite is beautiful. It's a deep black, they call it silk black. I think that's an apt description. It's highly polished, very lightweight, and it even warms up a little bit when you write. I really love it. I think it looks fantastic and feels great. Now this pen also features an airtight cap as well, and that airtight cap design keeps your pen from drying out. And I found that that actually works. I've left ink in here for a while capped, and it seems to not dry out. It seems to write straight away and writes really well right off the bat. It also comes with a beautiful box, which is typical of Wancher, but the box here is a little bit smaller, and I actually like that. It also comes with a pen kimono. Mine actually looks like it was dyed with indigo. Japan has a long history of indigo dye, so I think it's really cool that this particular kimono is dyed with indigo. I think it really adds to the overall Japanese look. I've had 3 pens now from Wancher, and each one of the pen sleeves or kimonos is a little bit different. I think it's really cool how it's kind of random what you get. Adds kind of another little flavor, a little bit of more of a collectability to these pens, getting those kimonos as well. I think that's really cool. And they just work. I've always put my pen in the sleeve here. The sleeves are great. They fit great. They're nice and soft and durable, and I think they look beautiful. It also comes with a few different ink cartridges, not sure what they are, and a standard ink converter is provided as well. The nib is a Yovo nib, not sure what the size is, but it's a little bit smaller than a full-size number 6, which I don't mind. And the nib has Wancher's logo on it. Now, unlike the original Dream Pen that had a lot of different options for nib size and feed, this only has one option. You get the plastic feed, you get the silver nib, and you have 2 sizes, fine or medium. I mentioned that just to say that they probably will add more if this is really popular. The original Dream Pen was really popular with them, so they added a lot of different other colors and varieties and materials. I think you'll see that eventually with a Timeless pen. It's not there right now. Now, the writing experience with this is great. Now, I'm not someone who really loves fine nibs in general, but I will say that this pen really changed my mind about fine nibs. I love this nib a lot. It has a little bit of feedback. It feels great when writing. It's not scratchy at all. I like the line a lot, and I've really come to really love this pen in the fine nib. I'm not going to change it. Now, for my writing sample, I chose the ink from Pilot Iroshizuku called Takesumi. This is a great charcoal black ink that looks exactly like the Takesumi calligraphy ink. and it's the perfect companion for this pen. I love this ink. I'm not typically one who really likes black inks, but it writes really nice. The flow is really nice, a little bit more on the wet side, especially for a fine. I think that's great. I'm sure it's a combination of the ink and the pen itself, but I love this combination. And I love the fact that there's a Takesumi ink that harkens back to Japanese traditional quality, just like Wancher does. I think that's a great kind of homage there. Overall, I'm over the moon with this pen. I love this pen. Now, I do think that I would probably prefer the larger Dream Pen more, but this timeless version is still fantastic. And I think maybe if you like smaller pens, if you have smaller hands, or if you just want a pen that's not huge, and if you want something like this, it's an ebonite, and if you want something from Japan, all these combinations are just perfect for this pen. It is a dream. It's a dream to use. It's a dream to write with. It's a timeless pen. It's a dream timeless pen from Wancher. They got the name just right. I love what Wancher is doing. I love that they're making these pens as an homage to the old way of making pens. These traditional arts, these traditional crafts, I love that. It just feels nice to use a pen that has such a care to the craft of pen making. I can definitely highly recommend this pen if you're thinking about it at all. I mean, you just need to get it. It's a fantastic pen, worth every penny. Definitely check out the Dream Timeless Pen by Wancher. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews. Bye.